Hello, I'm Sarah Getz, and I'd like to thank you for joining me with this webinar. Today I'm going to go over the 3 common mistakes that parents of a child with anxiety and depression make, and the big thing parents can do to help their child and their family to transform and heal. So first I'd like to say welcome, and I'm going to go over a little bit about myself and my thoughts on effective therapy. I'm going to go over the 3 mistakes parents make when trying to help their child deal with anxiety and depression symptoms. And I'm going to go over the 3 secrets to successful, effective, long-term therapy results. According to my teen patients, there are 3 common mistakes that parents make when trying to help their kids deal with or overcome anxiety, depression symptoms. If you've ever thought that outdated talk therapy techniques that are still used are not effective, you are right. I'm here to show you that a new-ish and highly effective therapy model that I've been using to not only help adolescents, but also bring families together again. My goals for this short webinar are to share with you the information that I've gathered from teens over the past 10 years. What teens have said has been helpful and what has been harmful in their therapy process, and what has been successful in treatment effectiveness the past year and a half via this online therapy program. The only way for you to help your child overcome anxiety and depression and transform your family is learning what has worked for other parents and teens who have been where you are right now. The best way to grow and learn is by using techniques that have been proven effective by thousands of teens and their parents. Most therapy models that are used today by therapists were researched and tested decades ago. So they're not all effective right now, especially in our changing times and what has happened the past year. So I have taken what patients have said over the last decade and have kind of put things together, and now I'm able to share that with you and also use what has been told back to me in my online therapy program. So who am I? I am a psychotherapist, a holistic health practitioner, a family therapist, and life coach. I have over 10 years of experience working with adolescents and their parents. I've worked with diverse populations, economically, racially, gender, and age. I've worked within a county health program, a hospital, a clinic, and I've had my own brick and mortar business. I am currently working on my dissertation for my PhD in counselor education and supervision. So I was a therapist trying to help as many people as possible, but couldn't with a brick and mortar office. So I developed an online inclusive strategic therapy model so I could help adults, teens, and their families overcome anxiety and depression symptoms. So many people continue to struggle for change using outdated therapy techniques that weren't working in our changing world. I wanted to be able to help more clients transform their lives from the convenience of their own home on their time with a more effective therapy approach. In my 10 plus years as a psychotherapist, I learned that traditional talk therapy is outdated and ineffective for many individuals and families. That's when I realized that the secret to help as many people as I could was creating an effective, inclusive online therapy program. I then start adding to this program so that parents and families could benefit as well. So I started creating different ways that I could make additions and give clients an even better experience, but I didn't stop there. I then added workbooks and 6 coaching calls. After that, we added a free gift every month for newly enrolled clients. As a result of all of this, we were able to achieve the following. Within the past year, I've been able to see several lives transformed by this online inclusive strategic therapy model. It takes into account the therapy approaches that work best for different individuals in current times. And in the end, all of this means that I can effectively help more people from the convenience of their own homes. How does this apply to you? You are able to have an inclusive, strategic, cost and time effective therapy program that you can access from the comfort of your home. Okay, so now we're going to go over mistake number 1. So the biggest mistake that teens have told me over the past decade that their parents do that is not helpful in their therapy process is that they tell them what to do. So don't tell your kids what to do. You might think that you know what's best for them, but it's best really to sit and listen to their needs and what is going on for them, because everyone is different. So what might have worked for you growing up might not work for them. And kids usually feel pressure when parents tell them what to do. And with anxiety and depression, just such a sensitive topic, it's usually best just to listen and then, go to therapy, or even family therapy would help. But try not to tell them what to do, and just listen to what they have to say. And secret number 1 is there are hidden causes of anxiety and depression that most people don't know about. Children's Hospital of Orange County agree that providers and parents that mental health and physical health are intertwined, and that a holistic health plan is the most effective for long-term health. All right, so coming up, we still have secret number 2, secret number 3, and 2 more big mistakes that parents make when trying to help their teens. Mental health is holistic and requires the individual to be proactive with food, self-care, mindfulness, and what they consume via sight and sound. Ever feel pretty good and then eat something that just makes you feel crappy? News and social media are huge triggers for anxiety and depression symptoms as well. Some people think that anxiety and depression are part of them, and they will just have to deal with it forever. And outdated therapy techniques that require a lot of time aren't as effective as a model that looks at the patient's entire body and external system to make long-lasting small changes that will positively impact the patient and their relationships forever. One of my patients, Mark, said that I didn't realize how bad things were until after I was in Sarah's program for about 2 weeks. Everything started to seem surreal. Once I realized things and accepted where I was mentally and emotionally, I could finally start working on changing things. It was liberating. I felt in charge of my thoughts and feelings. I felt in charge of my life and my future. So the first part of this program uses CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy. One's repeated thoughts become their beliefs. Their beliefs heavily impact their emotions, and their beliefs and emotions come out in their behavior. And solution-focused therapy. Focus more on solutions and strengths than problem talk. Use externalization to separate the person from the problem. Use scaling questions to reflect on progress and needs. And use goals to stay future positive focused. This is another part of the therapy model that I use online. And of course, mindfulness. Do things throughout the day to be mentally present. Stop mental multitasking. And of course, add in deep breathing throughout the day. All right, so obviously food is a huge part of mental health. You can kind of think of food as medicine, because if you eat the right foods, you can literally eliminate anxiety and depression as well. I mean, you have to make life changes too, but if you have a healthy gut and immune system, you'll have a healthy brain. Brain function and the immune system go hand in hand. And then this program also focuses heavily on not using pharmaceutical meds. I like to look at the whole system and think more of vitamins, supplements, and minerals versus pharmaceutical meds. Okay, secret number 2, looking at the mind, body, and emotions that create change. Talk therapy with a therapist in an office once per week isn't enough to create effective long-term results for improved mental health. This is not for consistent long-term effectiveness, because talk therapists don't look at the entire body when discussing mental health. Long-term mental health and wellness must include one's mental and physical health, which includes what they eat, drink, and consume via sight and audio. No one in my family has gone to therapy, so I was skeptical, but it was really nice to be able to learn about myself in so many areas. Your approach didn't just cover mental health, which was nice. This was from Ben, another patient of mine a few years ago. The Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology said that communication between parents and teens predicts treatment benefits for anxiety and depression. Secret number 3, talk therapy isn't effective without this, which is holistic health. You have got to consider one's entire body. So looking at holistic health to create change for mental health is an absolute must. Taking into account the person's entire system, family, friends, stressful situations, food, supplements, sleep, and then food again. Apparently, it's so important. I put it in there twice, and etc. So everything that the person does day to day affects them. When one person changes, the whole system changes, grows, evolves, and transforms. That's why it is so important that the person's family is a part of their therapy process, because for one person to change, the whole system has to change. For one person and a couple, if one person changes, both people have to change. Otherwise, that other person will set them back. So family support is huge in changing for the better and for mental health. Hallie said, I never thought that I could feel the way that I used to again. Your suggestions in therapy seemed like a stretch because my relationship with my friends and family were so bad. But sticking to the treatment plan and weekly goals really helped me to overall feel better while mending the relationships that I thought were gone forever. So 2 more testimonials. Hey Sarah, is there any way at all that you can squeeze me in this week? I'm really having a tough time and I don't know who to talk to that understands and breaks things down like you do. I'd really appreciate it more than you know. So kind of looking at the whole system has really been helpful for so many teens. And then this is from a mom of one of my patients. Hi, Miss Getz. I just wanted to let you know that we've seen a lot of improvement with Matt's overall behavior as well as our connection with him. He's even shared with us that he feels happier and is gaining control of his thoughts again. As a whole, things have improved greatly. Now we are just trying to stick to the physical health changes that you've suggested. I can definitely see how the foods we were eating impacted our mental health, and limiting social media and the news has made a huge difference. Thanks again. All right, so we went over mistake number 1, which is don't tell them what to do. Mistake number 2 is do not make excuses for their behavior. So you don't want to avoid what's going on. And that's kind of what making excuses does. It kind of avoids the situation, which only makes things worse. Mistake number 3, don't just leave them alone. So isolating is very bad, and kind of seeing what is the right amount to leave your kids alone, because, obviously we all need our alone time, but you don't want to leave them alone too much, and you kind of want to make sure they're not isolating, but don't just leave them alone. So that would be the 3rd mistake that teens have said over the years. All right, and Kate said, I'm still amazed at how quickly things changed in my life, how quickly I changed after working with Sarah. Her approach isn't like the others. I've had therapy before and it was boring and ineffective, but it was so different with Sarah's approach. I am truly grateful. All right, so let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying this webinar so far? We've covered secret number 1, the hidden causes of anxiety and depression that most people don't know about. Secret number 2, looking at the mind, body, and emotions that create change. And secret number 3, talk therapy isn't effective without looking at the whole body. And we've gone over the 3 mistakes parents make when trying to help their teen with anxiety and depression. So, who wants to take things to the next level? Introducing my 8-week innovative, inclusive, strategic online therapy program. So this program will help your child overcome symptoms of anxiety and depression and transform your family in a few short weeks without causing your child any more pain, and you don't have to watch them suffer anymore. So here's what you will get. 8 weeks of webinars for teens and 8 weeks of webinars for the parents. So you each get a webinar to watch. each week, informational and also work that you can do, like get a little bit of homework that you can work on. 2 workbooks for your teens, 2 informational books. One of them is Food as Medicine. So, foods that help combat anxiety and depression. And also, it also discusses what foods add to anxiety, depression, bipolar, different mood issues. So, things that cause inflammation will also affect your mood, and all of that is in that book, Food is Medicine, which is just wonderful. And then you get 6 coaching calls with me. They can be family coaching calls. Anytime you have a problem, set up a call. We can go over what's been going on. If you need support, resources, anything that you might need, it comes with 6 coaching calls, and you get a free gift when you sign up. All right, so who this works for are parents who want to help their child, teens who want to overcome symptoms of anxiety and depression, and everyone who wants to learn about themselves and the hidden triggers of anxiety and depression that they might be facing and not even know about. So the top reasons why people don't get started: you're not sure if an online program will work for you or your family. You think that this effective program will cost too much. And you think that it will take too much time or effort. Or you like going to talk therapy or taking your child to talk therapy weekly. Okay, so again, the tools are 2 workbooks, 2 informational books, 6 coaching calls, and 1 free gift. And with these tools, you'll be able to get more out of the webinars, transform faster, have a more effective experience, and learn about yourself to make positive changes that can last a lifetime. So you can watch the webinars over in the future if you forget some of the holistic health information. And each of the webinars, if there is a PowerPoint, it will come, I will send you via email the PowerPoint slides so you can have all of that information in a hard copy. You can watch the webinars and do the homework from your home when it's convenient for you. You can make small changes to your overall health that will benefit your mental health. And no more taking off of work or school to go to therapy appointments. What you're going to get: an 8-week inclusive strategic online therapy program, 2 workbooks, 2 informational books, and 6 coaching calls, and 1 free gift. You'll also get a happy child and transformed relationship with them. So you'll get the results you and your child want faster because the use of the tools in accordance with the webinars will help you to get the results that you want with higher effectiveness, all while learning a lot about yourselves. This new and innovative, because it's in the changing times that we have had, especially in the last year, have prompted the need to take an inclusive therapy model used in in-person therapy to an online platform. So again, what you're going to get is an 8-week inclusive strategic online therapy program, 2 workbooks, 2 informational books, and 6 coaching calls. So the online therapy program is usually $1,600, and the workbooks, informational books, and coaching calls are usually $1,300. But today, because I'm running this deal and I'm still gathering information, which I'm hoping I can get feedback from everyone that signs up, I want to give this program for $1,900 because I love doing research and I want to find out how this program worked for you and what has changed in your life, what has changed in your child's life, and how your connection with your child has been impacted by this program. So, would it be worth it to you if you were able to help your child overcome symptoms of anxiety and depression? What would it be worth to you? How about if you could transform your family? So you've got 2 choices: continue using the old methods of talk therapy, or save time and money with this online therapy program which focuses on your overall health, thus improving how you and your child feel physically and mentally while connecting with your child more. All right, so again, this 8-week program is usually $1,600, and then the 2 workbooks, 2 informational books, and 6 coaching calls, and the free gift is usually $1,300. And then, of course, a happy child and transformed relationship with them is priceless. And today you can have all of that for $1,900. If you are interested, please sign up now via the website that you are on. Or if you have any questions, you can always email me at innovativetherapy.sarahgetz@gmail.com. The website is innovativewellness-sarahgetz.com. And the YouTube channel that we have is Innovative Wellness. So there will be some different videos on there for different ideas that we've had over the time, different topics that people have come to us repeatedly for, that I've just decided to make a video for to kind of help more people that way. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me at innovativetherapy.sarahgetz@gmail.com. I would love to answer any questions, set up a phone call if you've got any questions or want to go over, how this program would be good for you at this time. Please make an appointment with me and I would love to talk about that with you. Thank you so much for watching this webinar, and I hope to talk to you soon.